Hello there, and welcome to our review of The Boys Season 3, Episode 6, Herogasm. Joining me, as always, the Sith Holocron, Naomi. How you doing today?
Yeah.
It is I, the Jedi Holocron, Tyler. I know we're late here. We didn't get our first time our Boys review didn't drop on Friday, but
It was a little difficult to watch porn when there were people in your house.
yes, and also just a lot of stuff. But this episode has a lot to process, so
Yeah.
a lot going on. Fucking Herogasm. I just gotta start off by saying this episode was heavily marketed about how fucking pornographic it was, how it's abandoned 4 countries,
Yeah.
how it's Herogasm, how it's an orgy, how all this shit's going on. And when I turned on this episode, I did not expect the Herogasm just to be just like the least interesting part of this episode, like
To just be the backdrop.
just to be the backdrop of just the beginning of so many payoffs and then so many new threads that got started too. Like it's insane.
Truly is a gasm of sorts.
Yes. What did you think of Herogasm?
It was a very good episode.
Okay, but what did you think about the orgy,
The orgy?
specifically? Herogasm.
You know, as somebody who in my day has seen like hentai and that sort of thing, you know, normal porn just looks tame in comparison, no matter what. But they did really good considering that it's televised.
Yes. A lot of everyone was represented. All the soups, gay stuff, straight stuff. It was all there. Everything.
See, I mean, honestly, the gay stuff alone is why it would be banned in a lot of countries.
True.
You would flat out. Yeah, that's always my reaction whenever I see like nudity or sex stuff in like normal television. I'm like, well, I've read hentai before. I've read fucking doujins before.
Especially the way they hyped it up. I'm like, this is not as like insane as I thought it was, but it was still like just the idea and like the parody and just like the way they used it as the backdrop was brilliant.
It is insane if you suspend the idea of Pornhub.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it's just on like a streaming service.
Right, it's just on a TV show.
Yeah, like that's what makes it absurd.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they could have gone even further.
Yeah.
I mean, MM did get a geyser of cum all over him.
He had the biggest cum shot ever in recorded history.
That was a real hentai moment right there. The big cum shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I think easily this is the best episode of The Boys yet.
Yeah. I would also agree.
Like I said, going into it, they were hyping up Herogasm, they were talking about Herogasm, like, but like, all, like,
they pulled a sneaky.
Yeah, like, and like, to cover as much as they did in an hour is crazy. Like, every scene was fucking, like, incredible. Like, where do you want to start? Like, wait, let's start off at the beginning with the, because this episode's so fucking fire, you easily forget about it. The parody of the Imagine of singing the song. God. Like, you forget that shit. Like, that's just, like, the level of satire the show has, where you're like...
I love how they started with the Pepsi commercial from, like, 2017, and then they moved to that from, like, early 2020.
Yeah.
A lot more topical, and they succeeded in what they wanted because, God, I was cringing so fucking hard, which is exactly the point.
Right. I like Noir's with the sign at the end.
That was the part that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, not even cringy. That was just funny. I like them using Noir's mutism.
Yeah.
Because isn't he selective mute? He was talking in the past.
Yeah, I think he chooses not to talk for the most part. But also, we saw in the flashback...
He did get fucked up.
He did get fucked up, so I don't know if that affected... I don't remember, like, where he got tore up the most.
Yeah, I don't know.
But...
Speaking of Noir... Fucking dipping.
Yeah, that's really interesting, too, because, like, that could be so many different things.
Yeah.
Is he running because he's afraid of...
Soldier
Boy, or is he running because he knows like what TNT said is true, he set them up, so he's like, I'm fucked, I gotta go? Or is he just like doesn't want any part of the inevitable Soldier Boy Homelander confrontation? Like what
Alternatively, he could be foreseeing the fact that Vought is going to be fucked when people find out that Soldier Boy is the enemy.
Yeah. Like, also, too, because it's so fucking funny, because right before that, Homelander's like, I can't do this without you, buddy. You're all I've got. And then he just cuts and runs.
Because I also have to imagine part of it also has to be, you know, man, Homelander's the one in charge of this company now. It's not long for this world.
Yeah.
So I could see Noir dipping for that, because, like, once Edgar's gone, there's no faith that the company's going to continue.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw the crime division with the Deep being the only employee left.
Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of Edgar, I could see him going to Edgar.
Yeah, that's what I think he's doing.
Yeah, but, like, he is like, okay, we're truly fucked. Like, chaos is gonna happen, like, even, like the scene where they were with the Deep and Homelander and they were looking at the security footage. He's like, I can't lose this company. I can't fucking fail. Like, maybe he just sees the writing on the wall and is like, I'm out.
I'm out. I'm gonna go to my boy Stan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is more than anything.
Yeah.
I feel like it's less so fear and more that he's just going to Stan.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring in an interesting comic tidbit, which I learned from somebody at work after the episode on Friday. We were talking about it. And the show... But I'm going to say this first, because the show doesn't follow the comic very closely.
Yeah.
But there's things in the comic where Noir was kind of created to be like their counter to Homelander if he went rogue. Like, yeah, like a clone of Homelander.
He was a clone.
Yeah. So that could be like I said, like the whole Edgar thing could tie into that. Like, he sees what's happening. He's about to go rogue.
Yeah, the comics are wildly different.
Yeah.
All of the boys have superpowers, like permanently in the comics. Yeah. And it's pretty much all just super strength. Like, there's not a whole lot of variation. Mm-hmm. And I think Frenchie can smell stuff.
You can smell a lot of things.
And then also, like, 8 characters were, like, gender swapped, just because in the comics there's, like, 2 women.
Yeah.
There's, like, Maeve and Starlight, and that's it. So they swapped, like, Stormfront.
Yeah.
Milk Mommy. Not Mother's Milk. The other
she was a new character, I think, yeah.
She was a gender swap of another character, just, like, she had the same...
Similar, like, role.
Femme name, but her personality was so different.
Yeah.
I just like how Stormfront was a dude and he had a swastika shield, I'm pretty sure. Or something like that. I saw some image. He had a swastika, like, on his uniform.
Yeah.
It was way more blatant.
Blatantly obvious that he was, yeah.
Which I kind of like how different it is, because it just means no one knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this show's, after this episode, this show's always kind of been like this, where, like, it hasn't always been, like, anyone can die, but, like, I'm scared for everybody right now.
Yeah.
Like, it could be, like, Game of Thrones shit, like, who the fuck's gonna die, like, when?
Yeah. I liked, yeah, there's just so much.
Yeah. I'm kind of just staying in order a little, like, let's talk about Homelander.
Okay.
Because
Homelander talking to himself.
Like, you kind of feel bad for Homelander in that moment. That's why this show's so fucking good. Because, like, obviously he sucks and deserves everything coming his way. Everything. This man needs to be in the ground, but, like, at the end of the day, he was just a kid in a fucking lab, like 11, you know, like he's just there, like being worked on, like having this trauma, like being built to be this thing, and like I don't think he actually has like a multiple personality, but like the mirror talking to himself thing is kind of that, like a little bit, like it kind of reminded me of like Moon Knight stuff, like like he's like, I was there to protect you, like. It's more, I don't know if it's just like not another personality, but more like just something inside of him. Yeah,
I think it's more of like his like an embodiment of what he wants to be versus what he is, and less so like a distinct multiple personalities.
Yeah, like him trying to be not human, but like that speech is that scene's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
like I just want to be like. Even like his mirror self was just like going into a Maeve, Stormfront, Milk Mommy. I always forget her name.
Madeline?
Madeline, yeah.
Madeline.
And I'm like...
See, because normally we can call a character Milk Mommy, but in this show there's Mother's Milk.
Yeah, there's literally a character called Mother's Milk.
Yeah, and like I loved the non-reflection Homelander when he was like... he had like a lot of like kind of childish like...
qualities,
like mannerisms.
Yeah,
like the way he was like looking around.
And then he moved his head. I remember he had like the
very like childlike and like kind of really heartbreaking.
Because he kind of is like at his core a child, because like
he never had a childhood.
He never had a childhood, and like he is very childish most of the time in the things he does, and like it's like, damn, like this guy is fucked.
Like,
and,
he deserves.
You understand the way why he is how he is, but like fuck him. I hate it. I think he's one of the best villains we've seen on TV. Period.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like he is better than any. I think he's better than any DC villain I've ever seen. I think he's better than most MCU villains. Yeah. Honestly, he's probably just as good as Thanos, like that tier villain. Like, he's better than like, I'll take him over Kingpin. Like, he's like one of the best villains. Like, he's like fucking higher than like Cersei and those level villains. Like, he's fucking incredible.
Yeah. Because
like you hate him, but you also feel for him. And just a little, just enough to be like, fuck, I hate this guy.
Not enough to be a stan.
Yeah, like Cersei you loved because she was incredibly bad villain, but you wanted her to die. You didn't really feel bad for her. Maybe just a little, like with all her children shit. But like, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, he deserves all of the torture that he could humanly get.
Yeah,
but it's also like he was made this way.
Yeah,
by various circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of exploring what turned him into this monster.
Which is kind of funny because, like, the person who kind of made him this way is kind of like Stan Edgar and Vought, but you're like, they need to fucking rein him in and stop him. Like, it's so fucking fucked up. Like,
I mean,
I would not be mad if he killed, like, the people who did that to him. You know what I mean?
Well, he already killed the lead scientist in a previous season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, I mean, obviously the true goal is that eventually Vought goes down, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as of right now, we kind of need Vought to rein Homelander in a little until he can die.
Yeah. Like, I did not stay on the Homelander train. Like, I did not expect this episode to get, like, our first big Homelander versus, like, the boys fight. Like, Butcher, Huey, Soldier Boy. Like, I was not expecting that in this episode at all.
Yeah.
And it was fucking immaculate.
It was really good.
Like, choreography was good. Like, emotional stakes was good. Like, he was like, getting, like, just the way Butcher would get up and be like, he's like, what the fuck's going on?
I loved when Butcher and Soldier Boy were like kind of fighting in sync a little.
Yeah. And
they both had like the same punch. Mm-hmm. That was like really cool.
Yeah. And I like how fucking Soldier Boy pulled his fucking cape down. Like, it was so good.
Soldier Boy's interesting.
Yeah. Soldier Boy is very interesting because, like, obviously bad person.
Has a lot of toxic, 1940s toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't...
Honestly, though, is it as bad as Huey's right now? Is it as bad as Huey's right now?
I mean, more of his, like, back when men were men.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Obviously, very toxic, very bad person, but also kind of fucked over by Vought. Like,
fucked over by Vought, and also, he seems to be one of the people that at least cares a bit more about, what's the word? About, like, Collateral.
Yeah.
Until MM showed up, and then he didn't give a shit. But, like, before that, he seemed like he had a genuine level of, like, I really hate that I did that to those people.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, like, that classic American, like, 1940s, like, man, where they're, like, they love America, and they, like, they want to protect people, but they're also, like, pieces of shit and bigoted. But, like, because this episode made it very clear, he is not doing any of these explosions on purpose.
No.
They are all...
like,
not intentional.
It seems like they're all triggered by, like, the Russian music.
Yeah.
So
by like things that remind him of his trauma.
Except for at the very end when he was about to fire on Homelander.
Yeah.
So, like, I think he can shoot by his own control.
Yeah.
But it can also slip out.
Like he did with Kimiko, yeah.
With his I guess, like, Winter Soldier programming.
Yeah, which makes it really interesting. Like, where the fuck is this? Like, I don't know where they're going with his story.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's, like, I don't see a world where Homelander's not endgame for this show, but, like, I could also see a world where, like, Soldier Boy is, like, a villain. Well, he's obviously a villain, but he's also, like, not the worst villain.
Yeah, it's interesting the way that, like...
But he's very Winter Soldier right now, and that, like, there's a reason to understand, like, this guy sucks, but also he's doing things that he's not in control of right now, too.
It is kind of wild how evil characters in this show are, because it makes you think for a second, man, yeah, this guy that's absolutely a bigot, yeah, he's not the worst one. Like, I can sympathize with him and kind of root for him.
Yeah.
It just makes you realize, like, how much exponentially worse all these other characters are.
Like, yeah.
Oh, he showed empathy for 3 seconds. He's not as evil as these other characters, even though he would definitely kill gay people. And black
he's
people
like like he used the word Oriental sauce.
He used the word Oriental.
Like he fucking. Like, honestly, one of the best jokes this episode was the Bill Cosby one. He's like, man, can make a strong drink. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I love
fucking hell.
I love Huey's interactions with him when he's like, why'd they get rid of that sauce? And Huey's like, for a lot of really good reasons. Huey was a piece of shit this episode, but I did like those little interactions.
Yeah, Huey's
on his villain arc.
Him and Starlight, they're done for real now. Like, it's over. Like, cap the bag. Like,
they better never get back together. Even though I feel like they will.
Yeah. I was not.
They need to put Huey in soup rehab.
Yeah. He needs. Because like Starlight said, we thought this was the drugs talking, but no, this has always been there deep down.
This is Huey.
Because like another moment that really like shows how like kind of fucked Huey is like is when he gets what he's always wanted from A-Train, and then he's still like,
it's still
fuck you, and then he punches him. Like you're at like where you like if you just wanted to fight the man, fight him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Which is like,
it's like he went into it wanting A-Train to tell him to fuck off and not say sorry, but then A-Train said sorry, and Huey didn't know how to compute.
Like, and he was genuinely sorry because now he knows what he feels.
A-Train, at the age of 30-something, discovered empathy for the first time in his life. Astounding.
Wow.
Imagine that.
I think this is the perfect end to A-Train's story.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like he has to be dead, but it's also, like, A-Train's irredeemable. He is. He just is.
Yeah.
In my eyes, he's irredeemable. And this is the best way for him to go out of killing a piece of shit in whatever the fuck that dude's name is.
Blue Hawk. Fucking word. I hate Blue Hawk.
Like, he got... Especially because, like, the Huey A-Train moment, like, I really think that because they put that in this episode means that he's gone.
Yeah.
Giving Huey that moment, even though if he was, like, didn't handle it well or wasn't in the right headspace for it, he was just roided up and ready looking for a fight. And then one of my favorite things in this entire like, this episode has had incredible moments. We've been talking about them. One of the little moments that people are gonna forget about, which is one of my favorite, is the other person that fucking needs to die, who I also hate, the fucking CEO, the red hair lady. I don't know her name, but the way she lays Ashley, the way she lays into A-Train, calls him on all his hypocrisies, and then she's like, did I just say that out loud? Like, I feel like she's, like, next episode, she's gonna take some Compound V, she's gonna go a little crazy, you know?
Oh, she
needs superpowers, and she'll be, like, fucking reining these people in.
She's been snapped for a while now. She snapped a long time ago, but she's just falling deeper into the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that when she's like, oh, now you give a shit? Now you care. Because it happened to you? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it was so fucking good.
Because it's true. Like, that's... A-Train didn't give a fuck when he killed Robin.
Or the many other people that...
Or the, probable hundreds of other people he's killed.
I like how she brought up Popclaw, too. Just, like, everything. Like...
Look at what you did. You can't feel bad.
God, that's how... This episode's so fucking good.
I was so glad that Blue Hawk died.
Yeah. In a fucking brutal-ass way, too. Like, he getting dragged across the fucking cement for, like, concrete roads for, like, God knows how many miles.
He went fucking far.
Yeah.
And I love that, like, I always forget that A-Train doesn't just have super speed. Like, he is strong. Mm-hmm. So, like, when he just threw him down, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. It's the weird thing. They all have their powers, but they're all just strong, too. It's like, Huey was throwing jabs and, like...
I mean, otherwise, Huey would not be useful in that fight.
Yeah, no.
If he didn't have any level of super strength, he shouldn't have even shown up.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of good MM stuff this episode, too.
MM is becoming my favorite character.
MM is so good.
I think he's the best character this season by far. Like,
him and Starlight are becoming my two favorites.
Yeah. Fucking... Yeah, this is going to be a long-ass podcast. We have so much to talk about still. Like, fucking...
Yeah, there's a lot to discuss.
Fucking... just even like we get that you just feel so bad for like that's where his OCD comes from, like which is insane. Like he blames himself for his grandpa dying.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, it's
and then just to know that Butcher, who knows this story, is working with Soldier Boy. Oh.
And then he calls Butcher out on it, like, you can go get your suit, but I can't get mine.
Yeah.
I get where Butcher's coming from, because he knows he's just gonna fucking die. But, like, damn, like, he fucking MM spitting, like...
Yeah, like... a lot of people get, both A-Train and Butcher getting called on their bullshit this episode.
Yeah. It's tough, though, because, like, as much as I would love for MM to go get his shit with Soldier Boy, like, I know he's gonna die, so, like, don't. Like, yeah. I see where, like, I see him throw his hands, I'm like, oh, bro, I feel you. Go get him. I want this for you, but damn, you can't do it. Like, what are you gonna do?
You're gonna break your hands.
I think I think Starlight and him are gonna have, like, a big arc going forward with, like, because, like, they're, like, the two, like, true good ones left.
Yeah.
And I think Frenchie and Kamika are gonna end up joining them, and then...
Yeah.
Do we have a showdown between them and Butcher and Huey and Soldier Boy? Like, where are we going with this? Because I feel like we got the Homelander fight. The ending's not going to be Homelander stuff. I feel like Homelander might be having to deal with Black Noir stuff and all that now.
Yeah.
And, like, what is Endgame for this season? Like,
that would be...
a lot of interesting...
That would be cool.
Yeah. Because, talking about our girl Starlight... When she was doing her speech at the end, the first time I watched this episode, I was fucking crying. I'm like, let's fucking go. She has been 3 seasons. She hasn't had her big, these are my powers, I'm gonna fuck shit up moment, other than that fucking one thing in season 1 where she fought A-Train, really. Like, in the fucking warehouse. But, like, if she doesn't pop up in this finale and fucking beat Soldier Boy's ass, or, like, beat Butcher's ass, like, let's fucking go. Like, I want her to have her fucking...
beat Huey's ass.
Yeah, I want her to have her hero... I love when she pushed him.
Yeah,
he deserved it.
He deserved it so fucking much. He's just fall down. And, like, that's not to say that I don't sympathize a little bbit with the idea of, like, just feeling completely useless.
Yeah.
He's definitely become warped by it.
He's become, like, very warped by it. Like, I get where he's coming from, but he's, like, handling it very, like... He's, like, fucked up, like, with the way he's, like...
You know what everyone in the show needs?
Therapy?
A lot of therapy.
Yeah.
Huey needs to learn how to... Because, like, that's a real issue that people can have, not feeling like they can help their partner much at all and just feeling inadequate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's handling it in the worst possible way.
And it sucks, too, because, like, he's been dealing with this forever.
Yeah.
Like, before Starlight, with Robin, with everything. He can't do anything to help the people that he loves. And I get that struggle, but he's just, like, he's being way too fucking toxic. And
he's been warped by it over the seasons.
It's what happens when you fall down, like, the wrong path on YouTube and you become one of those, like, you get warped by these fucking ring...
You get radicalized.
Yeah, you get radicalized by these fucking incels, like...
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's just sad to see, because it's like... I sympathize with you, but man, you're really being a piece of shit right now.
I know. Fuck.
I like Huey, but come on, man.
Like, yeah, like, you need to take your... you need your comeuppance, like...
But he also is a different kind of where, like, he's fucking up, but it's like I more feel like he needs... Like, first of all, he needs someone to knock some fucking sense into him, knock his ass out, and then he needs to, like, get help.
Yeah. Honestly, I could see him dying very soon.
Huey?
Yeah, he's kind of caught in the middle of everything, like, between Head Popping Lady, like, where the fuck's her story going? I love her. I want more of Head Popping Lady.
Yeah.
Go fucking head pop the real Supreme Court. Let's fucking go. But, like, where, like, what is, like, but Starlight, as much as I'm like, fuck yeah, but go off, like, I'm scared as fuck for her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she needs to get... Her and MM need to go find Maeve, save Maeve, start the real team.
Save Maeve.
Like, what is going on? Like, there's... Oh, I don't know where the show's going.
Now, she's Annie.
Yes. Annie. But,
she
like,
quit.
Yeah, but, like, where is, like... Like, I could see Homelander... Like, how do you get at both groups who have it out for you? Huey. In the ground.
Yeah.
Like... It's like, yeah, like, I don't feel like anybody's safe right now except Homelander and Butcher. Like, I feel like anybody could die.
Yeah, anybody else is. I feel like Frenchie and Kimiko are safe now.
Shit, we haven't even talked about them this episode.
Yeah, right.
That's how wild this episode is.
Dense.
Yeah, but staying on Starlight before we get over there, like, I loved the conversation she had with like the head popping lady, because it also like, I don't think the head popping lady is a bad. Is she a bad guy? Yeah, she's very like she's trying to do good, but she's also done some terrible shit. She's
kind of also in that weird gray area where it's like, yeah, on paper she's a terrible person, but she's better than these other people.
Yeah, I like her a lot, but like. That
like if she was in like a different show, she'd be like main antagonist, like villain.
Yeah.
But here it's like, I can almost root for her because she's like not as psychotic as these other people.
She's just like, I thought he was avoiding me because thought I was gonna pop his head. But like she said, like that friendship between her and Charlotte was real, but like to her. But like then Starlight, she gives her a little speech to Starlight. She's like, yeah, you're right, but like fuck you and fuck Vought. Like I don't need you guys for this. Y'all using me.
Yeah.
I'm
the one with 123 million. Yeah.
It's so good.
Also, did Newman try to pop Annie's head, or did she just give her a bloody nose?
I don't think she tried.
Well, her eyes didn't get distorted, so she didn't try that hard.
Yeah, no, I don't... Was that... Yeah.
I mean, because obviously something happened that gave Annie the bloody nose. Because that started immediately, and she was like, it won't be that hard to get you.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be implied that what's her name did that.
Like she did.
What's her name? Veronica
Newman.
Newman
is her last name. I don't remember.
I think her name's Veronica Newman. But yeah. I
think that's the implication.
I think that was what. Yeah.
Like, hey, you're not indestructible to me.
Mm-hmm.
Which also is interesting because I want to see what would happen if she tried to pop Homelander's head. Is he too durable?
Yeah, I know.
I want to know, what are the limits of her head popping?
Kryptonite?
Is she like the ultimate soup because all she has to do is look at you and then you're done?
Yeah.
Or is there a limit? You know, people who are dense. And we know Homelander's stern as fuck, so...
Yeah.
Sturdy as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I like I said, there's so many fucking cards still on the table. Like, and like, where's it going from here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we also talk about, since we already kind of talked about the fight, but my favorite moment of the fight, other than the ones we talked about, was fucking Butcher's biggest smile I've ever seen with blood in his mouth when he's punching Homelander. Just like the joy this man is having right now. Like it was truly psychotic in the best way.
Yeah, he was truly unhinged.
Like his smile was the most like, it was the biggest, widest smile with blood. I'm like, oh my god.
It was the biggest fuck yeah moment for him.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I can take this shit. Let's fucking go. Because, you know, there's always the chance that his strength wouldn't match up and he would just get like one-shotted still.
Yeah.
Because Homelander could one-shot a lot of soups.
Yeah.
So the fact that he like took the hit, I feel like that was his moment of like, I can actually fucking do this. Let's go.
Right, and then like at the end when we see Homelander looking in the mirror, it's like, fuck, this is probably the first time this man's ever seen his skin bruised.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what's that gonna do to his psyche?
Oh,
like
shattered.
That's the first time in his life he's ever been scared, probably.
Because outside of the experiment.
Yeah.
Because he's so like he's so insecure already. Mm-hmm. That this one bruise is gonna just break him.
Yeah.
I also really liked the end of the fight when, like, they were just holding down Homelander for the big beam.
Yeah. And it was a real interesting moment of him being like, Huey, get out of here. Because everyone's still, like, maybe nothing excuses the way Huey's been in his toxicness. But, like, he, everyone has also in this group always kind of babied him.
Yeah.
Which also probably warped his mind to be, like, when, like... Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah. And it was interesting that it makes sense with Huey, but, like, he was just ready to fucking die there.
Yeah, which is kind of sad. Like,
yeah, like
he's come so far from who he was.
He's so broken.
Yeah.
Like, Butcher was even just like, no, you go. Like, I'm okay dying here because I'm beyond fucked anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, you go. You can redeem yourself. And Huey just refuses. Because, obviously, his insecurities and toxicness. But,
yeah.
Like, it was really sad. But also, like, a really, like, kind of sweet moment. Like, Butcher, no matter how warped he gets, he still cares about Huey a bit.
His baby bird, Huey.
His little canary. Yeah, and it is a shame because, obviously, you know, Butcher is a big influence that made Huey this way.
Yeah.
Like, just going down this hole of just, no, we gotta do what they do. We gotta just be evil as hell just to get rid of this evil. Sort of thing.
So, you know how we made, like, a tier list? Like, you guys can check out our tier list where we rank all the characters. Like, I feel if we made this list, like, today, I feel like we only had 3 S tier characters. I feel like they'd almost all be an S tier, because they're all incredibly well written and all.
Yeah.
Like the way the show handles almost everybody that you see on this at this point is like, I'd even move fucking Red Hair Lady up. Like, I'd move A Train up 1 spot from F to like D. But like, other than that, like, fucking immaculate.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for the Deep.
Oh yeah, the Deep would say exactly where he's at. The Deep
fucking sucks.
Yeah, Deep fucking sucks.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, but he's also at the weird spot where like, you're the least of my worries. Like, you're fine existing in this world for me for all the humor of like you fucking an octopus and you being like totally controlled by your wife right now and like all the weird shit that he's doing and dumb shit and how stupid he is. Like, he's legitimately stupid.
Oh, he's always been the dumbest person.
Like the reason like we hate A-Train is because like he's not an idiot. Like, he still be doing all this shitty shit. Like, he's not dumb as fuck. Like,
he's just a piece of shit.
He's just a piece of shit.
The Deep is just actually stupid.
Yeah.
And also a rapist.
Do you know what we need to do? I don't know if we can do this, but like,
you know, I bet Soldier Boy would love the drinks that the Deep would make.
Yeah. Fucking hell. No, but I have an idea.
Okay.
Either we do it or someone who's watching this take this idea and do it. You just cut the scene out from of the moment where A-Train realizes, like, either the one with the red hair lady or the one with Huey, and just like after that scene, like, do like a Telltale game on the top where it says A-Train discovered empathy. Like, when your character makes a choice and you like in the one of those choose your games, it's like they will remember that. It's like A-Train discovered empathy.
New skill unlocked.
That's a TikTok right there. So, I know we're probably not going to make it, so someone out there make it.
It's like an overlay of like when you level up in Skyrim and it's like empathy 2. Like, it just finally leveled up 1.
And you still go from 0 to 2.
Yeah, it just goes whoop. Oh. Yeah, discovering empathy at the age of 30-something has got to be a very human experience.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't know about empathy.
Mm-hmm.
just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate Blue Hawk.
Yeah, I'm glad he's dead.
Every scene he's in would piss me off.
Like, when he touched Annie's shoulder, I'm like,
stay back,
boy.
Get the fuck out.
Like, okay, but we have to move our attention to our favorite little lovelies, Frenchie and Kimiko. This is kind of devastating, and this is like, honestly, like, as great as this is, it's just like, okay, there's no low point in this episode, but this is like the least like
hype
thing in this episode, or like the least like thing you remember the most, like, but like, damn, like, because mainly because like I remember I was very sleepy when I watched this episode, and that's another reason we didn't, like, on top of people being here, like, I'm like, I just don't have time to do all this in a rush and be tired right now, because I was fucking exhausted Thursday. But I'm like, because I even know, because like after listening to one podcast and then like rewatching it, I'm like, I totally missed their conversation afterwards. Like, blew by me. It was like Kimiko realizing that like the powers are not what made her the way she was is devastating.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's not a monster though, but like maybe well, this is her learning, like, maybe my powers aren't so bad.
Yeah.
And there's like Frenchie's line of like, we just can't outrun our past. Like, no one's that fast. Like, they just got fucked in life, and they're trying so hard to escape, and no matter what they do, they can't.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad.
Yeah, that whole scene in the warehouse was so fucked up.
Yeah, on every level, yeah.
Like, god damn.
I'm like, you can't make... I'm like watching it, like, oh, they're gonna make Frenchie choose? Just choose the other lady. Like, she's not Kamiko. I don't give a fuck. But also, like, that's, like, Frenchie's, like, roots right there. Like, that's...
Yeah, that's his first love.
That's his first love. Like, that shit, like... He's like, just kill me. Like, get the... Like,
yeah, right?
Like, fuck.
Just whack me instead, Jesus.
Yeah. And I also loved seeing Kamiko fucking be a badass without her powers too. Like, but I'm like, please don't die, because like she taking hits.
Yeah.
Like bad hits in her pipe hole, wherever the thing went through her. Yeah.
Yeah, she was taking hits, and I love how the second that like, or pretty much like right as she was like not under attack, French was like, go, run, get out of here.
Yeah.
Just leave me. Mm-hmm. I love that.
I love them together too, because they're both just so broken.
Yeah.
They both had terrible ass childhoods. Yeah,
when fucking Nina was talking about how Frenchie's dad made him kneel in glass for like 12 hours.
Yeah. It sucks because like she says all this shit about him, and you're like, if you think about how he's been the entire show, you're like, she's not lying.
No, yeah.
He's always liked being told what to do. Like,
and he's a born follower.
Yeah.
He's a sub. I know a lot of those. He's a submissive.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. He's just had some really bad doms in his life.
Oh.
And by that I mean all of his doms have been bad.
Butcher and Nina?
Nina.
Yeah. Fucking his dad.
Yeah, he's only had negative sub-dom experiences.
Yeah.
This is why, all you submissives out there, you need to find a caring dom. Okay? Because this is what can happen if you find a bad dom.
Yeah.
Safe words are important.
Yes. Very important.
I know a lot about this dynamic, okay?
I know you do. But yeah. Oh, man. Incredible episode.
Yeah.
I honestly do not know where we're going, but I like my theory I came up with through this episode. My prediction: this season ends in a Starlight MM Frenchie Kamiko versus Maeve versus Butcher, Soldier Boy, and Huey, where maybe they take out Soldier Boy, and then they're like, I don't think they'll kill Huey. Or Butcher, but like, yeah,
they'll probably get the shit knocked out of them.
Yeah, because like, even if as much as Soldier Boy's knew it'd be cool for him to be around a little longer, I feel like you're not killing Homelander, and the other like baddies have not been baddie enough in this season to like be the end game, like Head Popper or Stan.
Yeah,
I'm interested. It's interesting.
I do like seeing how, like, all of the washed up soups are just, like, you know, Crimson Countess just worked at Vaughtland.
Yeah.
And, like, the twins just were holding an orgy and fucking hated each other.
Yeah. Too real.
Everyone just fell off other than Black Noir. Everyone just fell off.
Oh, yeah, they're all
washed up.
But which in a weird way, like, makes you... like, fucking feel a little bad for what's his name, because like they all used his ass and they're nothing without fucking Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
And now like they betrayed him and now they're all washed up has-beens.
But it's also like, you know, he did
oh yeah, he did what he do to the fucking gunpowder.
He did assault gunpowder. Yeah. You know, used him as his little bussy.
Yeah. Yes.
His little pocket bussy. So I have to assume that he did really messed up things to the others as well.
That is true, yeah.
Like, if they all, like... Or, I mean, the TNT twins said it was Noir's fault. But Crimson Countess clearly was like, no, I wanted you fucking gone. Yeah. So, like, I feel like he probably did something to, like, all of them.
Yeah, he probably fucked him over all in some way.
Yeah.
It's just, like, interesting how, like, layered it all is. Like...
It's just like, why not just try and kill him then? Why give him to the Russians to be experimented on?
Yeah, like, what Or it was at Noir, like, doing his sacred duty to Vought of being the reason to take down Homelander when he goes rogue one day, and, like, we need a backup if I go, like, you know, like, it's interesting. There's a lot of layers in play, but
yeah,
Holy, yeah, I don't know. It was a good fucking episode, though.
Yeah, I really did like Homelander's reaction when Butcher lasered him.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah. He was not ready for that. It was so good.
You became what you hated.
Yeah.
The scene of them both shooting up the temp V of Butcher and Huey and Soldier Boy just looking at him like,
what the fuck?
It just looks so... It is depraved, and it looks so fucking depraved.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also really sad, devastated, that Frenchie missed Herogasm.
Right?
The one, MM said it, and then Butcher says it, I'm like, oh my god, it's so true.
They were friends for long enough.
Yeah.
They both had the same thought, like, oh, poor Frenchie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely Frenchie's vibe.
Yeah.
He would fit in real well at Herogasm.
Oh, absolutely.
Although they said, that, like, the non-soup prostitutes there basically just get fucking killed. Like, yeah, they go rough on them and no one cares.
Yeah.
Like, they just basically, abuse these people who aren't superpowered.
Yeah, it's fucked. Shout out to the dude, like, giving 3 people orgasms with his mind.
Yeah, because, like, does he even get anything out of that?
Yeah, like, I wonder how that stimulates his mind. Like, does his mind get off?
That's weird. Or come in your brain.
Yeah.
I want to see the guy who shot the fire hose of Coom.
He had the funniest remark, too, after that. I forgot what it was, but...
He'd go towel it off, and then he called him Brown Bear.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god.
I want to see the person with the fire hose Coom, though. I want to see them, like, fight someone.
Yeah.
Drown someone in your Coom. That thing had a lot of force.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use that offensively.
It would be startling enough. Like, you'd like lose your balance and get hit by it. Like, shit.
They get hit and they slip in it, and then it's just like... Then you can just walk away, because, like, you've already won the fight. You nutted all over them.
Yeah.
Racking up a lot of sexual assault charges.
Holy shit, yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's a villain power for sure.
That's absolutely a villain power for sure. If you had a hero who had that power, it would be their civic duty to never use their power.
Absolutely.
Unless it's consensual. The big Coom.
Oh, what a fucking episode, though. But I think we covered most of it.
I liked seeing Love Sausage again.
No, I'm good. I don't want to see him ever again. He gave MM trauma by getting choked out.
I just think it was funny.
Yeah.
In the comics, that's not his power.
Yeah, what's his normal power?
He just had, like, he
just, like, can move his, like, he's just, like, stretchy.
No, he's just strong. And I think he is known for having a fat cock, but it's not, like, part of his power. At least I think. I feel like I read that. I feel like I remember reading that somewhere. Because, like, a lot of people in the comics just have strength.
Yeah. There's everyone's strength in the comics.
Everyone's just strengthed up.
Yeah. Yeah, any final thoughts? I think we covered it all for the most part.
Real sad Frenchie missed Herogasm.
Real sad. Big sad.
Also, the male TNT twin having a camera underneath the shitter.
So fucked.
It's so fucked, and, like... that guy looks like a guy that would be into scat.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not sad they died. I'm sad everyone else there who
I'm sad everyone else there died.
Who didn't deserve it.
And the girl TNT twin didn't seem as bad.
Yeah.
The guy was definitely,
no bueno.
committing various crimes.
Yeah.
But, his sister wasn't that bad. She was trying to expose him.
Yeah.
In the way of exposing all these other people's ball sacks. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Fucking... I'm gonna make a declaration right now. In the midst of Obi-Wan, of Stranger Things, of Miss Marvel, The Boys is the best TV show on television right now. No cap. proclamation. If you're not watching the show, you're missing out. Truly.
I mean, unless you don't like dark things.
Yes.
Like, this show's really fucked up.
Yes.
But if you like darker things, then you need to watch it.
Yeah. And that's saying a lot, because all the shows I just mentioned, all fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Love them all. Deeply. But yeah. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and just tell us what you thought of Herogasm. Was it... I heard someone on a podcast I listened to compared it to the Red Wedding episode of Game of Thrones. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, just, yeah. Tell us all your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, have a diabolical day.